All right. Wow! Happy Mothering Monday. Look, I told you guys that I was going to bring some people in the panel so we can have some good old conversations with some mothers that I have met along the way. And one of the mothers that I'm missing, I'm so sad right now, but she is mothering. So I get it. But I wanted us to definitely be able to give her some of that information that she needed. So she'll go back, she'll watch this. But tonight, I just have some amazing moms. I'm definitely sorry for the late start because I was definitely being a mom. Um, but be that as it may, we're here. We are ready. I'm going to bring everybody in like one by one to kind of introduce you and let you know who they are. So, uh, first, oh, and you know what? How did I just go through all of this, y'all, and not say, hey, happy Mothering Monday? It's Jacosta. So, not only is it me, but tonight it is also Leah. What's up? I mean, Star. How are you?
I am very well.
And a mother for how many years?
39.
See, and that's what I like. I like mamas that gonna give me range of conversation. So thank you. Welcome, mother, or ma, or mommy. Or I call my mama so many different things. It's crazy. Sometimes I call her lady. What does your son call you?
When he's being funny, it's mommy, but normally ma.
Hmm. See, I used to call my mom mommy all my life, and then I went to calling her mom. Then lady. I don't know why I call her lady. I still don't understand that. But I it's just weird because I still don't get it. And I need to ask her when was that. All right. So we have our first mommy slash mom. So welcome. Next.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We have one of the moms that was just honored on Saturday. Yes, by Sisterhood Project. Nelda, welcome. Mommy, mother, all of the above. Welcome.
Hey y'all, what's up?
That's it.
What's going on?
Okay, well, we have two moms. You've been a mom for how many years?
24.
And here I am. Oh, 13.
24. I had him at 10. So
Girl, bye. Now people gonna be like, girl, you gotta tune in. She had this woman on there. She had her kid when she was 10 years old.
yep.
Y'all,
That's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with
she's
that.
joking. She's joking. But if you have a child, and you had a child at 10 and you need some good old advice, I'm sure either of these mamas got your back. But that woman, her her son would say something totally different right now if he heard her saying that.
I don't know.
So
Did he log back in?
I don't know. He would say, really, mom?
Ma, stop.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Ma, grow up.
That's kids, though. That's
Oh,
kids. That's
the
kids.
boys will get you together. They'll get you together.
Ooh, and that's what, like, you have one girl slash a bonus girl.
I
Um,
do. I do.
so we're gonna get into it. This really, and I wait, let me change this because I had the other person's name, but I need to remove it. So I just have you two ladies. Um, so of course it's our Mothering Mondays, and tonight we're going to talk about work-life balance because one thing I wanted you all to be able to do is the young lady that I'll definitely send this to her, but that was a thing. And being in your 20s and being a mom, and she has 3 kids, I definitely wanted us to be able to help her, navigate those waters. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I thought, oh my gosh, the 3 of you chose this day. I was like, yes, because I felt like I had, I'm gonna call y'all some vets in the game, vet mothers, um, who could help. So yet and still, we still can help. We still can give that information. I have a couple of articles that I want to like dive into, just give some little snippets, and then I want you all to provide your experience and help people. But before that, people, please do not forget to do the freest thing up in here. That is subscribe to this channel. Hello. That is hit that like button. Okay. And that is comment, and share and be aware. Okay. Share until you can't share no more. Share with everybody, all of your peoples. Okay. So, mothering, work life balance. Ladies, 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 ladies. Yeah. Hmm. I don't think there is a balance. However, um, I think people, they say it because it sounds good. Does that make sense? It sounds good to tell people you can balance everything. You can, but this is what I believe. I'm gonna push it up there. This is mainly what life looks like. Craziness. Lady has the phone. She's holding the baby. She's thinking about what her to-do list is. She's thinking about work. She's like, I gotta go take this baby, get him to get this stroller. She's thinking about I gotta cook. She's thinking about I gotta go to the grocery store. There's a lot going on in here, and that's the same. That's the absolute same, you know. So, okay, wait. That's the wrong link again. You wanna, is that one of y'all people? I'm trying to pause. Okay. So but work life balance is a difficult task. I was looking at how to balance your life as a working mom, and this was written by Christy Wright. And she was saying, here it is, you're like wiping off spit, you're trying to juggle school calendars, you're thinking maybe I need to grab this babysitter, you have your kids you're investing in, your career is tough, your life seems like sometimes it's in shambles and you're trying to balance it all. You're trying to consider everything. But sometimes we have to consider the actual season that we're in. Sometimes we have to give ourselves grace. Well, let's say all the time. If you're married, you must prioritize your spouse as well. But one thing you got to understand is don't try to do it all and let go of the mom guilt. So that's what I gathered from her article. What say you, ladies?
Well, I'll just jump in a little bit. So when we say balance, like you said, can we truly balance? And we think of the word balance, that means equal, right? So can
Mhm.
we equally be an employee? Can we equally be a student? Can we equally be at home taking care of the home while also taking care of the children, while also having significant other?
Mhm.
It brings me to the thought where they say a jack of all trade and a master of none. Can that possibly be the case when we spread ourselves thin? And I feel like as a mom, that work life balance, it always changes. It changes with our needs, the needs of the home and the needs of the children. It's just what takes priority at the time.
Mm. Leah?
Um, is there such thing as work-life balance? It's been a long time since my son was small, and so I just look at the struggles that parents, women have today, and trying to, like the one thing like is doing homework. Like when I come home, I just have to take care of myself. I don't have to do food, cooking. I don't have to do homework with a small person. I don't have to do bath time or story time or regulate the phone and take away their devices that they may be on. So, is there a balance? I don't know how we do it. I don't know how I did it. It was probably different challenges because it was so long ago, but I don't know how I do it, or I don't know how I did it. I don't know how moms today do it. It's hard.
And it's constantly changing. It's
Yes, I would
constantly
agree with that.
changing. Um, like, so I'll just say, like, for me, for example, my children are all within 5 years. So
Mm-hmm.
as of right now, my oldest son is 24, my youngest son is 21, and my
Mm-hmm.
daughter is 19. So just like they were all in college at one time. Never thought I would say that. It
Mm-hmm.
was like two was at high school, one was off at college, or two were at high school and one was at middle school. They haven't all been in, they weren't all in the same school since they were in elementary school. But for me, what took precedent for me when I became a parent, my grandmother told me, is their life and your
Yeah.
children come first. And
Yeah.
so
You
I
don't have all
devoted
of them.
myself to their well being. I devoted myself to everything that had to do with them. So if it's now to going back to school took a back burner, or everything that I wanted to do for self, it was being present at their school, being present at classroom mom, being present at field trip, being present on the football field, as team mom, as cheerleading mom, as volleyball mom, because I devoted my life to them and their well being. What that meant for me is sacrifice. What that meant for me is a
Yes.
schedule that I looked at every day and was like, what can I do? What can I put on the back burner? What can wait for the weekend? And how can I make this easier? So when we say work life balance, I feel like it's in the moment and what can make it easier and what takes priority.
I like that. What can make it easier? What takes priority? I like that, Leah, you're talking about what you notice with people. Because here's the thing, it takes a village. And as we notice things, we can say to a friend, what can I take off your plate? At this
Mhm.
moment. Like, hey, I'm going by such and such to grab my groceries. Why don't you place your order? I get yours at the same time. Like, literally, what can I take off of your plate?
Mm-hmm.
As moms, we got to come together, because here's the thing, and I'm going
Mm.
to say this, like, I was honored last year. That's when I realized, God, dog, you a single mama. Yeah, I don't know how I ain't figured that thing out. Been over here doing this for a minute, and like now I'm over here laughing. Been doing this for a minute, but when your life is set up a little bit different, and you shouldn't be doing it by yourself for that long, you don't realize it. So I realized it, cried like a baby, then knew I had to hit harder and stronger in my life. Is there a balance? Sometimes things do fall short. I was at Six Flags from 7 a.m. at a music festival with my oldest son until, Lord, I think it was 10 at night. But my other one had soccer. I couldn't be at both places.
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of those talks where you tell the youngest, hey, mommy wants to do this with you. But this, look how long mommy has to be here. So mommy has to go here. Doesn't mean you're less, but it means I know you're going to go kill it. You're going to do an amazing job. Now, me saying all of that and him like, yeah, yeah. Then I didn't have that mommy guilt. So I understand those who be like, man, I can't get to this one. And my child looking for me over here. Because that's where I say there's no balance.
Mm-hmm.
There's none there. Or like when I've had to get one from school because he was sick, but I couldn't leave work at the time and I didn't have anybody. And so I made a little freaking pallet in in my office. I always have blankets in my car. Yeah. I keep a blanket. I had the blankets laid down. I laid him down, cut the lights off, had my one little light on. I kept working, y'all, and I rolled around and rubbed him on his back a couple times and went back to working. What was I to do?
Mm-hmm.
But that showed no balance either. I still, both things had to coincide.
Mm-hmm.
But you just got to feel good about where you are and what season you're in and be okay with it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't let somebody fool you into believing that you can be successful at that same time in the same hour. That ain't how it works. But you are going to be successful. And I think women beat themselves up. What do you ladies think?
It's a it- it's not meant to be done alone. You need the support, you need the partner, you need the village, as you just mentioned, which I think is so awesome. My son has children now. And so, because he has children, we could tag team and do things together. He took them outside. I cooked dinner. I helped with bath. He took a moment to just decompress and, take a moment to himself. And then we ate dinner together. He read him a bedtime story. We both said goodnight and kissed and hugs and cuddled. And then we had time to ourselves. But it wasn't like I had to do the outside time and the cooking and the bath and the story and it needed the village. It needed that partnership to not make it so hard on one person.
So the key is hard on one person.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not meant to be done alone.
It's not.
And I like that you said that. And one thing we have to do is be okay if we have to do it alone,
Mm-hmm.
but also be receptive to help.
Mm-hmm.
Because what did she just tell you she did with her son?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's she's part of her son's village. And
Mm-hmm.
I the biggest cry that I've done this year about my kid was I didn't get to take him to this fall festival. All
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't ask for help. Because I tried to be at more than one place in a little span of time. I tried to get to my kid's conference and try to get this kid to fall festival. And my child cried because he said, "It's the last fall festival. I'm in fifth grade. There will be
Mm-hmm.
no fall festival." And I lost it. I mean, snot. But if I would have asked somebody, but I was too busy saying, "I've already asked. I've already asked. I can't ask nobody to help me. I've already asked."
Mm-hmm.
I ain't doing that crap no more. I'm asking.
And people will respond. Somebody's going the way that you need to go or need to get your child to go, and they'll respond in support. If
They do.
nothing else, someone knows the struggle that you're going through because they went through it, and so they're paying it forward by giving it back to you. Because I've
Amen.
had that a few times, which I'm afraid to ask. I feel like I've asked too many times, or you've already been told, and don't ask me anymore. And someone will say, I can help. I can fill that billet. I can fill that spot. I can give that support. I can drop the child off or bring the cookies to school or whatever needs to be
Right.
done.
Yeah, it's important to find your village and to find your tribe and to
Mhm.
know where each person fits. Like I went through some of the things like Jocasta just described about not wanting to ask for help, but oh, I became famous for the group text. Like, oh, Anaya needs cheerleading dues and they're $500. I need everybody in the family to cash out $25. Or hey,
Mhm.
this is going on, this is going on. Can you pick up MJ and Taze? Can you do this? And know like this person, they're gonna be good on Saturdays. This person, I can drop the kids off at night and they can spend the night because they'll take them to church with them on Sunday. This
Mhm.
person, I'm at work, they can go over there and drop off snacks before the cheerlead before the game, and night has to cheer, and I can just show up. Know where that person in your village and
Mhm.
tribe fit and what it is that they can do. And that's what we
Mhm.
have them there for, because if we try to do it alone and we don't take a moment and we don't take a break, life will sit us down and make us take a break. And if
Yeah.
we are just consistently pouring and pouring and pouring, and we don't pour into ourselves and we don't let others pour into us, we're empty. We don't have anything to give our children,
Mhm.
and they see it. They see it and they feel it. So it's very important to utilize our tribe in this work life balance. And I think it's a daily work life balance. Again, what
Mhm.
takes priority at the moment that we try to balance it out, because each day is different, can serve a different narrative, right? So um, I think that's most important.
I like it. See? Now that I absolutely like. I had one more. Where's my little thing? Because I was like looking at this,
Mm-mm.
and it said working moms are trapped by the false idea of work-life balance, and it's time for it to stop.
Mm,
That was from the corporate sisters. And that's what I like. She said it's time for it to stop. It's time because all we are doing is beating ourselves up for no reason, y'all, becoming stressed out for no reason. And we just gotta just, and that's not even just remove moms. Like, if like you're like Leah's talking about being a grandparent, like you, it mothering doesn't stop. That's why it's called Mothering Monday. Because here it
mm,
is, even though you're like, okay, I'm helping my son, those are still, you're still a grandmother.
mhm,
You're mothering still because it doesn't stop, because your children have children, and then
mhm,
their children have children one day. And and you're just loving it because you can forever be mothering. But
mhm,
it's just, in order to be so in love, you ain't gonna be in love with it all the time. Don't get me wrong, honey. That's just like any kind of man that you take in. You ain't gonna be in love with them every time, all the time. It just ain't gonna happen. But mothering, you're not gonna always like what your kids got going on, but you're gonna love the heck out of who they are and who you're creating them to be.
mhm,
And in that, you got to be happy. Like she said, if you're not taking, a few Mondays ago, I did me time. If you're not taking care of yourself, there's no balance. But be okay to add to that village. Be okay to say, can
mhm,
you help me? And then be okay to receive the no when somebody tells you no.
mhm.
But that doesn't mean everybody's going to say no.
Yeah.
That's what you got to get. Like, you can't hear the no and be like, don't nobody want to help me. Golly, I ain't got nobody. And that's kind of how you
Mm,
get, because you heard one no. No
mhm,
is an okay word. It's the smallest word, but people get so scared of it. People are so frightened of it. And it's only N-O. So, like, get over it. If somebody says no, move on to the next person. I mean, it's just like a man. If you don't like him, you move on to the next. So the same thing, move on to the next. What say you, ladies?
Well, Shay Courtney said in the message, she said it's a sense of feeling like you're
Oh, wait, let me.
being a burden or disrupting the lives of others.
Ah,
But that
okay.
ain't your
So,
village, then. I ain't
so
gonna say that's your village. I ain't gonna say that's your village. That's not your
mhm,
village and your tribe. Like your village and your tribe, they're there for you. One, they know, they understand, they love you, and they love your children, and they understand that you're stronger together. And even if it's a tad inconvenience, they still want to see you move forward. They still want to see you strong. They still know what you're doing because you're trying to help yourself for one. It ain't like you're trying to hop off at the club or anything. You're trying to help yourself. And even if you're taking a moment, even if you're taking a breather, I'd rather assist you for a moment. I'd rather assist you for a weekend while you get yourself together than you having a mental breakdown and have to check out for a week or two.
mhm.
So
oh wait, I get that feeling though, because I've felt like that. So I don't disagree, y'all.
that
I
you are
get.
burdened and asking for help.
Now come on, stop playing. You know I don't feel like that. We can play coy all day if you like. Ooh. But yes, I have. And now, I get to where I'm just used to taking them everywhere. So,
Mhm,
it's just the things, as their life gets a little busier. That's the thing. Does that make sense, ladies?
mhm,
As your kids' life gets a little busier and they have more activities, um, I'm just gonna say it, like, it would make sense for a person that helped birth them, that
That part.
knows they have a game, that
That part.
knows they have concerts. You know this because I put your information down too. Because I don't want to be the only one called. Okay. So it's not like you're not aware. is this thing on? It's not like you're not aware. So I'm on a, yeah, we don't have to, but if I got to, I just, everybody come along. We all go
Yeah.
together.
I was told that as we try to move up the corporate ladder, someone said there was a superintendent that I spoke with that the children took the meetings that they had to go to or the events that they had to go in and present or be present at as field trips. They were always on a field trip. They were always on an adventure. They were always on a. Um, they just made it a fun type of thing to do the work that the parent needed to do in order to move up the corporate ladder or
mm,
the school ladder.
mm. Well, they've always went to the radio station, the
Hmm.
television station. Like I've always, and that was one of the reasons of doing that too, is because I wanted them to see they could do everything. They could do
Mm.
absolutely anything they want to do. And speaking engagements, usually I always take them. And Saturday I did it. That was like one of the first times. Um, but anything. I
Hmm.
just, you know, but at first it started out, oh, okay, well, yeah. I mean, people don't like seem willingly to want them. So, hey,
Hmm.
um, they can go. And then I told the guy that I worked for, the owner of the radio station, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I don't care. Those little guys can go in the other room, you know." So then it became cool, like it was great. And then sometimes I didn't take them, and I felt like, oh gosh, I'd come home and they'd be just, I cried all day because happened and da, da, da. And I would just be like, well, what the heck? Like, what was the point? You know, and when I could take them and all is well. And then
Yeah.
they not only learned things, it was like you said, an adventure.
Hmm.
And television, radio, definitely an adventure. And that's probably why they're animated because their mom's animated. I ain't gonna say that, you know, but they are animated. um, but I feel like it'll help them also make up their mind as to what they want to do in life.
Yeah.
So now they'll say whether they want to go. Like usually one of them's like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna go with you to see what you're about to do, or hey, what are you getting ready to do? Let me see. Um, so I don't know, that works. So I agree with that superintendent.
Hmm.
I have a question. So I sent out what we will be talking about today, and a family member asked, "How do you know?" Being that we were speaking about children and their awareness, they asked, "How do you?" They texted to me. They wanted me to ask, "How do you know that your kids are going to be okay without a father being active in their lives? Do you think it has a negative effect on them as they
Mm.
get older?"
I absolutely do. I think that's. I absolutely think that that father is needed. It's hard on one person, like Jocasta said. We two made them together, and so we two can help to support them into being well-rounded and balanced. I have a student now that is at my school, and she lost her father recently, within a year, but she's still grieving and doesn't know how to handle that. He won't ever be there, and this is not by his choice. He's gone. But they definitely need them there. They definitely bring something to their emotional growth.
Mhm.
They definitely bring something to add something to their life.
I agree. I agree. I feel that we can. Um, I feel like I had that type of guilt and definitely overcompensate, try to overcompensate for
Mm,
that. We can do everything we can and be present and cheerleader and a disciplinarian and a friend and best cook, the best homemaker. We can do all of that. But I definitely agree with Leah that there is just a component that the father that man brings. I'm a woman, I'm a female, have female energy, that man can bring that type of covering as it's supposed to be, right? can bring. The only thing we can just do is trust and ask God to lead and restore that in our children. Um, but I'll just say, as having older children, those conversations have been had with all of them, and it is impactful.
Mm,
It is
Mm.
mm.
very. Yep. But you know they'll be okay. So she said, "How do you know they'll be okay?" But they will be okay because they have you, and you know who also has you and have both of you all. So they
Mm.
will be okay.
Yeah, I used to, my situation is a little different. And so, I can't really delve into it because I'm that much of a private person. But I feel like you definitely need to place some amazing mentors, male figures. And I'm not talking about, oh, this person because I'm dating them, negative.
Absolutely.
Um, somebody, people don't understand. I used to have a cousin that, I promise you, and listen, cousins, if you watch this, none of y'all gonna figure it out. It's too many of you. But that I just didn't like. I don't feel like you should introduce your kids to men unless you know for a fact that you about to marry that man dang near. That's gonna be your forever mate, almost. So, and what I say about that is, I'm not telling you to go get a guy that you're dating and ta-da, this can be your daddy. Like, no, I'm saying a mentor. I'm saying, like, my
Mm.
son has AG. That's my homeboy. I love AG. And my son does too. He taught my son how to change the brakes. They changed the brakes on my car. Um, he's
Mm.
taught them so much, from cutting down branches. He's like, yo, come on out here, let's cut these branches down. Just crazy stuff. But and then he likes to talk to them about just manly things. And then he be like, walk off, mama. And
We'll
but
definitely send you on your way.
oh yeah, because when he wants to have that conversation, he doesn't want mamas to interfere. No, this our man time. And then they be like, no, mommy, it's our man time. And I think it's so cool. Now, should I have to do that? No. But as a mom, I'm smart enough to know that's needed. If you have amazing uncles, see if ever so often that if they don't mind, you ain't got to lead them at the house. You come to the house. But if they don't mind, just imparting some things in them. That's just because it takes a village. But your kid's going to be good. Okay.
I don't think it means that only a man can do that. I
Mm,
don't I don't think that only a man can do that. I don't. I think there are fabulous, phenomenal single mothers who have raised strong young men,
absolutely.
strong young black men. So absolutely. I think it helps and it's good and they bring a different energy and there's a different side that they can see from them, but they're not the only ones that can impart those qualities.
Mm. And a lot of men would tell you something different. I so want to,
I mean, I read it every day.
I'm gonna have to send this and see, because they're gonna be like, have her back on, have me with her.
I
But I
think those
agree.
triggers show up
I
in
agree.
relationships. They show up in romantic relationships later, um, if that void was impactful or not.
Mm. But
Um,
I agree with you on that, because my grandmother had 12 kids. Ain't none of them went to jail, college, graduates, and her grandkids. Like, this is what I'm saying. And she was single.
Hmm.
So I don't disagree. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Out of those 12, she only had 4 girls.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Do you get where I'm going? Like, extremely successful men and women. So I've
Hmm.
seen it. Like, I've
Hmm.
seen it firsthand. So when I tell people that, like, I get what they're saying, guys, men, but I've seen it.
Hmm.
I've seen it from little old Annie Lou. So I think my boys, they're gonna be okay regardless. But I also recognize, like, okay, let's be honest, I could change my own tire, change my own oil, change my own brakes. I could do all of that. But
Mhm.
boys, they do like to see men do stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And they'll tell you too. If a guy is there, let him do it. You be like, what the heck? I can do this. You be wanting to stand up like, what? Sure. And they'll be like, mommy, we know. But I get it. I step to the side because at that moment, that's what they want. But they'll let me know. They'll say, hey, you are so strong. Mommy, you're such a strong woman. And I'm like, yeah. Man, like I'd be like, you pushing it. Um, but I don't disagree with Leah, y'all. So mm, eesh. And I think now they got good men that she raised. I
But see, I
mean,
guess my response isn't in disagreement. It's just that, or the success of the men is just that I firmly feel that it does impact them in one way or another.
hmm
Mm.
hmm it'll come out.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. All right. So I love the work life balance. I hope that we literally provided something. Do you ladies want to say anything else to just about mothering that you felt like, you know what? This ain't have nothing to do with work life balance, but I got to get this off of my chest and share it. Go.
I'll go first, sure. So I just want to touch bases on the importance of being an involved parent and being present. It is important to be present, consistently present
hmm
in your children's life. It makes the difference. It does. And so just to go over like within their education, um, we have to find time. You have to find time to show up. It
Mm-hmm.
is important to be a force in your children's education for their teachers, for the staff to see your face. And it's important for your children to know I'll pop up in a minute. It is important to email your children's teachers and say, hey, any questions, comment, concern, is everything okay? It is
Mm-hmm.
important to check their homework. It is important to go online in the Google Classroom and whatever platform the schools are using
Mm-hmm.
to check to see what's going on. It is important. Um, if we don't grab a hold of our youth, the streets will. And I'm saying that from an individual that's worked in the school system, now as an individual that works in a therapy office. We have to continue to talk to our children and give them the information first before somebody else misinforms them, have those hard conversations with
Mm-hmm.
them and educate them. And if we can't, find somebody that can be a resource to them, that can talk to them, to get them the assistance that they need, the tutoring that they need.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just want to say that because many times you see children getting awards. How you think that make them feel? And parent, you just choose not even. Sometimes you may not even be at work. Or
Mm-hmm.
why do you wait to the end of the year when your child has a 12 to try to email the teacher or come over for a meeting when they've been trying to get you help all year long?
Mm-hmm.
Not your child with a grade that's the age. That's what I used to tell the kids. I be like, what? That ain't a grade. That's somebody's age. I'm gonna need you to change that.
I mean, we just
But
got to
that's
do
the truth.
better.
And they do.
Yeah.
They come in at the last minute.
Yes. Yes. And working in Title One in a Title One school, we have resources all year long. Oh, you didn't ever come to the math assistant where I had two math teachers there to help you. You didn't ever log on when I had seminars of the new math. The teachers, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
what's this new math? Why they got to do it? You didn't log in, but you want to have a petition at the end of the school year because you were
Mm-hmm.
teaching your child the old way and it was wrong. Like, we just got to do, we have to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Our children's future depends on it.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that.
mm.
I
And
think as
okay.
a parent and as a teacher, never give up on your children. I think when parents believe the child's of a certain age becomes a teenager or preteen, that they can be more independent, and they can't. They always are going to need you, but that preteen age is not the time to give up on them. It's the time to stay consistent, stay the course, stay active in their lives, know their friends. Um, don't let them think that they can be independent, that they can do it on their own, that they don't need you. You know, show up, show out if you have to sometime. Let them know that you are the parent and you want to stay involved in their life because you love them, not because you're being nosy. It's called parenting. It's not called raise a child and have a friend.
Mm.
That's
She said
good.
it ain't. Wait, hold on. Wait, I gotta put that up here. Wait,
It ain't called raise a child and have a friend.
it's
What they used to say back in the day, who you think I'm Boo Boo the Fool? I ain't one of your little friends.
Yeah.
it's not called. It's called parenting. It's not called raise a
Raise a
child.
child and have a friend.
But you know that it's out of order when children will tell an adult, they will tell teachers, they will
Wait.
tell administrator, call my mama. She got some for you.
Hmm.
Yeah,
They that bold. They that bold.
Yeah. It's a different place, but we have to stay the course. We have to stay the course. We have to stay there and support them, and the parent needs to support them and
mm,
support the teachers. Like you said, don't come for the teacher when the child has made a mistake. Know the sides of the story, but come with the knowledge that the teacher is the professional. They are not in there for play and out to hurt your child. That they are the professional and they are going to give you or give your child the best that they have.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And Leah said it is called parenting. It is not called raise a child and have a friend. If you don't have no friends, well, it is what it is. But you ain't raising that little person up to be one, okay? You're raising them up to be a great citizen, not a
Hmm.
great friend to you. Now, my friend door is closed. I'm not taking applications. However, there may be if you if you don't have a friend, if you don't have a friend, like I'm no longer taking anymore. Just to throw that out there. But if you don't have a friend, maybe I should have friend Fridays where people just come find a friend, so you don't have to be raising your child to have a friend, just like Leah said. So Leah may be taking applications. Now may be taking I just ain't taking no applications. It's a wrap. But don't be trying to just be in your child's life and be your kid either.
Because it requires them to grow up. It requires you to
Hmm.
be a grown adult, meaning you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna wear what my daughter wear. I'm gonna act like how she act. I'm gonna try to live my life through her. I
Hmm.
want her to like me and stuff like that. It requires you to be disciplined and be an adult. That means if your 13-year-old daughter is on punishment and you feel like she may sneak out, you got to be at home too. You got to put what you want to do on the back burner and be
Hmm.
at home, provide structure, provide
Hmm.
discipline. You may not like me. You may actually tell me you hate my guts, but that's okay
Hmm.
too, because you're going to sit down somewhere. You're going to
Hmm.
do what you're told by an adult and you're going to respect them, or you got a problem with me. And that's the issue. There is no respect. The structure hasn't
Hmm.
started at home, because I can't imagine what I do with my children would part their mouth to even think to talk back. Nevertheless, say some of the stuff that these children say, like, what? I had to
Hmm.
leave my job to come over here.
Hmm.
Besides, to see you get an award, it's going to be a misunderstanding in the city.
Mm-mm. But see, and that's the whole point. When I be looking at some of these kids, and they be like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" I be like, "Cause you were my child." I just go into a laughter because I had to catch myself one time. A little girl, she was like, "I done told you." I said, "Oh, hold up." And the mama looked at me, and I told the translator, translate this. I said, you got one more time to your mama up in here, and I'm really gonna show you who I am. Now, I done put the counselor over here. The counselor Jacasa, stay right there. Now, Miss Odom, Miss Oh no from Dutchtown. She here. Let me tell you something. It was a whole lip. And the little translator was trying to keep up, blah, 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 blah. You know, I was like, keep up, keep up. And then the mom was like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm,
I'm like, what you're not gonna do is you've never talked to me like this, and you are not gonna talk to her like this in my presence.
mm.
That's what we're not gonna do, you know. But I was like, she was like, she got one more. Who got one more time? You talking about your mama got one more time? Oh, okay. And then the mama was like, Miss Odom, I just tried to tell you. I tried to tell you. And then I was like, I looked at a little translator. I was like, look, it's about to go. It's about to happen. You might want to keep up. Let me tell you something, baby. It just went, I knew it was going left. I was like, Lord, I don't think this in the counseling. This ain't in the book. This, this was
But see, it
confrontational
start when they're
therapy.
young and they
I
let
was
them
seeing
talk
it.
back and hit
Mm,
at
Oh,
them and
yes.
they don't nip it in the bud. So they
Yes.
think it's cute. And so a 3-year-old that's swinging at you and being sassy is cute. But the same thing, my grandma said the same thing make you laugh and make you cry. When they
mhm.
13, 14 is showing out on you and you scared and got to get a restraining order and have your
Or they're
auntie keep them
stronger.
and stuff like that.
At
Yes.
13,
Then you
they're
don't,
stronger. They're
And
taller, they're
yeah,
stronger. Absolutely.
you don't
That is
have a
an
hole
absolute
on it.
mistake.
then they
No.
come to you educators with that same
Mm-mm.
stuff. And
Hmm.
that's why I was like, yeah. So now you know you can't do that. You might can do that at your house, but in my presence, you're not gonna talk to your mama like that, you know. So I think yes, if you're involved in all aspects, involvement in all aspects, not just when they're doing bad, but when they're doing good, but involved in their life from knee high to a fly, so that we don't have the issues that we keep encountering within the educational system. So mothering
Mm,
and involved from knee high to a fly all the way through,
mhm,
you know. And when they do something wrong, like Leah's trying to get to tell y'all, don't be like, it was her, you know. No, it probably was your child. You know,
mhm.
so just pay attention to that. Pay attention and be present in your kids' life. Well, ladies, any parting words, Leah? Now,
Thank you so much for having me, though. I enjoyed this.
yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for having me. This week, I just wanted to part with a few questions that I wrote down for the moms. Comments and questions. Remember to take time to take care of yourself. When was the last time that you gave yourself a reward? When was the last
Mhm.
time that you gave yourself self care? And forgive yourself daily because you deserve that forgiveness too.
I like that. I'm gonna have to do that. When have I given myself an award?
Mm.
Shakasta knows my last award, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to do it daily.
Mhm.
I love it. Um, yeah, because I done beat myself up since Saturday. I just started feeling good today.
Hmm.
Because I decided to give myself
Some grace.
I decided to have fun and I shouldn't, and now I'm so behind in life.
You're supposed to though. Yes, you are. Give
And
yourself a award, a reward, and award.
I am
Hmm.
Yes.
behind. So um you always say self-care to my professor, because if you watching this, like you say self-care, this is self-care for me. If I have a mic, well, okay, never mind. Who bring it in? If I have a microphone, y'all know I like to joke. If I have a
Yes.
microphone, it just really does something to me. So I have to have a mic, and that's where my encouragement comes from. That's where my best mothering comes from as well. A mic releases a lot for me. So this is me doing something for me, taking a break, and I'm gonna go finish this presentation. These paper, yeah, I'm gonna do all of this because I had a great time on Saturday. Um, so I want to thank you two ladies. I also want you all to encourage you to go back and take little snippets from Leah, take little snippets from Nalda, apply it to your mothering routine. I have applied so much from Nalda to how I treat my children, how I reared them in the way of education, definitely. And I took so much from her. So that's why I kind of wanted her here. And I know a lot of people say that maybe like they always be like, what now that y'all the same? I was like, yeah, but her children are older than mine. So I had someone to pattern
Mhm.
myself from. And I patterned myself from her. Yes, I've patterned myself from my mom, but I've patterned myself from her as well. Um, so, and Leah, thank you so much. I knew you was gonna throw that little education piece in there. I got to put it back up there for the last time. It is called parenting. It is not called raise a child. Have a friend. Period.
Period.
We need to put that on a t-shirt.
I know that's a good one.
Merchandising, no,
Merch. Oh, merch. All right. So thank you. That was good. You added to our girl, our broadcast with that one. But please do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Take this link, share it with your friends, place it on, if you're on Facebook, place it on your Facebook. Put it in some people's DMs in their IG. I mean, hey, that works for me too. If you have Twitter, do the same. But let's get more moms. If you're a mom and you would like to join, yeah, you may say, hey, I'm a mom and I want to come on here, or I have some topics. Email me at jacostabookings@gmail.com. And if you want to say something to these ladies, just let me know. I'll reach out to them and let them know. Hopefully, they'll come back and grace us with their presence very soon. So, ladies, thank you so much. And to you people, to you mothers, hi, moms, hi, mothers, hi, mommies, hi, ma, hi, mama, hi, mommy, hi,
That
mom.
sounds like something Family Feud. You can
Oh,
Google it. It was like, how many ways can you
to say
say
mom.
the same mom? If you Google it, the lady, she kept saying, no, I didn't say mommy. I said mom me. He was like, you're not gonna keep saying the same thing. You added E and I. It
Different.
has like 10 million views. It is hilarious.
It's different. I'll have to go look for that. It's a different way to say
It's
it.
hilarious.
It is a
Yeah.
different way to say it. And y'all know it. Stop being haters. But hello, everyone, and all my mommies, all the ones who we definitely need to let you know we love you. We love you so much. And if no one ever said that you are an amazing mom, you are. If no one ever gave you a hand clap because you've done a great job, you've done a great job. Moms, you are the reason that these people exist. Duh, it was your womb. So never ever forget that. Never ever feel less than. Always understand that God created you. And in creating you, look what you can do.
Mm.
We love you. And until next Monday or on Thursday devotionals, don't forget that as well. We will see you. I'm sending you guys so much love. Love you.
Happy Mother's Day, ladies.
Oh, yes. Happy Mother's Day.